Hi, everyone. My name is Denise. I'm a freedom activist in the state of California and in San Joaquin County. I am one of the founders of Freedom Angels.
Hi, everybody. I am Heidi. I am one of the co-founders of Freedom Angels, and I live in the San Francisco Bay Area of California.
Hi, I'm Tara, co-founder of Freedom Angels in the Northern Sierra Nevada mountains of California.
Sorry,
And we're
my button
here.
wouldn't go. Anyways, sorry. So we have a very special friend on with us today, Dr. Cordie Williams. I want to say thank you so much for coming on and supporting the mission and supporting freedom in the United States.
Absolutely. Glad to be here, guys.
So are you going, let's talk about May 1st. So everybody knows May 1 and done, right? California, we're done. We're opening up with or without Newsom. So we're going to be at the California Capitol at noon on May 1st. So Dr. Williams, what is your perspective on this project?
Well, Governor Newsom, as I affectionately call him, or Newsom, or Fuhrer Newsom, as some people might say, you know, I just think that it's really time to put up or shut up. I mean, some people are sitting at home and, you know, in my book, hopefully they're eating organic Doritos, but they're on the couch, they're tuning through old Netflix shows. And if they have kids and they have any patriotic backbone at all, they really need to be out and they need to be fighting right now. Because as a former Marine, you know, there's not any more time to sit idly by and watch our freedom constitutionally ripped out of us. You know, we've got to start standing up. So that's why I'm a firm believer in Freedom Angels mission. All you ladies are incredible. And, you know, I really think it's time to take a stand. Because, I mean, what do we do if we don't take a stand now? You know, what are we going to do? I mean, because it's really, you know, becoming like this King George type of dynamic, right?
Yeah, this is it. Newsom's unconstitutional grab of emergency powers, he has no intention to let them go. So tell us what you're going to be doing on May 1st.
Well, I've been told that I'm going to be on the mic and I'm going to be on the megaphone and I'm going to be talking about freedom. And I'm just going to be kind of helping run the show with you guys and really just allowing parents and moms and dads, because, I mean, come on, ladies, you guys are like running this show and the guys are, I don't know what they're doing. There's football reruns, maybe there's ESPN reruns, I don't know, but they need to be out protecting their kids, because my big thing is this is going to happen one of two ways. It's either going to happen peacefully, which is what we want, or later down the road, it's going to get nasty. And I don't want it to get nasty. We're all patriots. We're all Americans. Obviously, we all, you know, universally believe in, we want that peaceful, like we want to peacefully say, you know what, this is what we stand for. This is who we are as Americans. This is our constitutional right. And that's why I'm just urging the guys, like right now, don't wait until it gets to where we're having to be microchipped. They're forced vaccinating. Because, you know, I just heard today, my beautiful wife, Dr. Tanya Williams, just told me that, you know, Uwe Newsom with his raspy kind of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like Master Splinter voice, said that we're going to be extended indefinitely into this, you know, economic pandemic we're into. And, you know, small businesses are going out. People are having their whole lives ripped out from under them. You know, I saw something this morning that literally a business of 34 years, 43 years, they literally closed down. And I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's criminal. I mean,
yeah,
that's
I
criminal.
agree.
Tell us more about your perspective. We talk a lot about how localism is deterministic and that we got to support all the businesses and the law enforcement and the elected officials in the counties that are willing to stand up against these orders and say, no, we're going a different way. We're not going to do the 6-point plan. We're not going to wait around. We're going to restart our lives and restart this economy because the numbers have not been adding up. So tell us like some more about what you're seeing, because you're in Southern Cal.
Yeah, you know, Nathan Fletcher, what a sweetheart. Yeah. He's, as I say in the Marine Corps, he's about as cool as diarrhea, you know. It's one of those things. It's like, here's a guy that really low IQ, apparently, because he's not reading any of the peer-reviewed research out there. The research out there, whether you're looking at the USC study or the Stanford study by Dr. John Iondes, the leading epidemiologist in the world, right? I mean, he's dropping the mic on it, not only in his editorial that he did with Stat News, but also on his YouTube video. And I mean, if you look at that and you look at the fact, if you're awake at all, and you really see what happened with Dr. Erickson just in the last couple of days, an MD that came out, he's just talking about basic immunology. He's talking about, IgMs, he's talking about IgAs, he's talking about these different immunoglobulins and how our immune system naturally works. It's really apparent that what's going on doesn't really pass the sniff test. And, at that point, what do you do as an American? Do you say, I'm going to stand up, or I'm going to cower to King George? From my perspective, as you said, Tara, that, the research doesn't add up. It doesn't add up with masking.
Nope.
There was a study, a meta-analysis review, I'm sure you guys saw it, or a summary review that took all the different data that was out there from a peer-reviewed research standpoint, and it looked at it, and the numbers don't say that a ventilator or an N95 works other than an emergency room situation. It also doesn't say that wearing grandma's t-shirt on your nose and your mouth matters or works. And it's not much better as compared to the medical masking. So, you look at it, I don't think that the pandemic is a farce. What I think is a farce is the way that the federal government is reacting to it. It just, the reaction doesn't make sense. And we start looking at vested interests, who's got political power and pull, who's financially benefiting off this. It really doesn't pass the sniff test at all.
Yes. And what about, can you speak to these poor employees? I'm saying poor, like poor, they're in a really tough position right now because they have corporate offices that are requiring them to wear masks 8+ hours a day as they're in a sandwich shop or a grocery store or whatever essential business, but they're requiring them. I mean, as a doctor, you've told us explicitly what that does to the immune system. Can you tell the viewers that, if you have time for that? I know. Yeah,
no, absolutely. I always have time for you guys. It's funny because the idea that we would drink and ingest our own toxic CO2 is, it's like, I heard, and I'm not laughing about this, but I'm like, wow, I look at how far this has gone. I heard about a lady in New Jersey. I'm sure you guys heard about this, and hopefully our viewers did. She was wearing her mask in her car and she passed out, crashed, and died because of the fact she was wearing a mask, right? So the idea that we would try to, control or mitigate a virus with a piece of cloth or something like that, it's antiquated, right? I mean, to look at that and say, okay, I'm going to wear this because I honestly believe that germs don't kill people, compromised immune systems do. So as far as these people that are stuck into a work situation, I've been really clear to my girls. I said, do you think we should mask up and glove up? And they said, well, no, doc, because that's against everything that you believe in. Like you'd be a total hypocrite if you did that. And I said, yeah, I would. I said, and ladies, it's a constitutional infringement. It's a constitutional infringement. So my view on the whole thing is, first of all, the American Disabilities Act, put out by the Department of Justice, says that, one, you don't have to disclose your disability. HIPAA also says you don't have to disclose it. And we were putting out letters today that are basically just saying what's on the Department of Justice website around ADA compliancy, and there's a 1-800 line. So I'd be happy to provide online the documents that we're creating, and the internal documents that basically say, hey, you don't have to report this. Here you go, officer. Good luck with this. I'll just call Attorney General Barr, and he's kind of a cool guy, and he kind of seems like he's kind of backing me up on this. And then here's also, a letter from the doctor that says I have an undisclosed respiratory condition. And, that's kind of what we're telling them, because I'm not going to be somebody that's going to allow constitutional infringement. And I'm not going to be a doc out there that's going to just say, you know what, I want my patients, I did the Hippocratic Oath, I want my patients to drink their own CO2. Doesn't really make sense.
Amen. We totally agree with you. So can't tell you how grateful we are that you are, you know, getting the word out on how important it is to be up in Sacramento. I mean, we all know we got to work locally every day of the week, but we have to all come in mass on Friday to bring our message to the tyrant in Sacramento, Governor Newsom, that we will not comply with this, that he doesn't get to decide this anymore. He's grabbed the powers and we're taking them back. We're just gonna basically take ourselves off house arrest and start, reinstating life and moving forward without him. And we'll help support the counties and the businesses and the law enforcement that will support that.
100%. You know, I think we can do all these small rallies and we can do them locally, but until we get to the capital steps, because he's already tried to say, you know, everybody's tough behind a computer. That's what I always say, right? Or like a microphone or you know, a video camera, right? Everybody's a tough guy there. But when you get 10,000 people or 5,000 people on the governor's steps, or you get it at you get them at the Capitol, it's a lot different than Petco Park, or it's a lot different than Orange County on a corner street somewhere, right? And so I just want to encourage everybody. The statement is made when it's big, and the statement is made when mass numbers of patriotic Americans come together as one. And so what I would say, we can continue to do these 300 person type rallies. They're great. I've been to a lot of them, loved them, enjoyed them. But I would just encourage everybody, if you had plans to go to LA, you had plans to go to Huntington, wherever in California you decided to go, what I want to ask you to do is, if it's a long drive, make it. I'm waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. I'm going to make a 6:45 flight to Sacramento Friday morning, and I'm coming back that night, because I know that I've got to stand up as a father of two. I've got to stand up for my kids. And so that's what I'd ask you guys to do. Just poll, do you want to go small, or do you want to level up and go big? And that's why I think we all need to be in Sacramento, 100%.
Yes, and buses are ready now. The link should be live as soon as we go off of this live. We can put the link for the buses to register for the buses from Southern California. I know I'm ready. And there's also going to be within that link, if you cannot come, you can donate. So it's a one clearinghouse to get everybody here to Sacramento through this website that it's about to go live as soon as we get off this call or this Zoom.
Well, thank you
It's so
much.
exciting.
I know. Well, any last words to say to everyone?
Just what I would say is, the governor has basically said, there's not going to be a date on this. So you've really got to decide, do you want to be on the sidelines? And 10 years from now, when your kids ask you if we were close to facing communism and infringement on our constitutional rights, Daddy and Mommy, what did you do? Oh,
right.
Well, I was, I had a birthday party. Sorry, I couldn't make it. Right. I don't want that to be me. So that's why I'm stepping up. And what I want to ask you guys to do is, just from a love perspective, really find your heart, really find your patriotism on what you grew up with America as, and what your idea of America is. And I want that to be your why. I want that to shape what you do or don't do in the next couple of days. Get on that bus, buy that plane ticket, take that drive, because you owe it to your family and you owe it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Amen. We'll see you there.
Amen. Love you guys.
Okay.
I look forward to it. Can't wait.
So much. Can't wait to see
Can't
you.
wait.
Bye.
We
Love
love
and
you,
appreciate you guys.
we love you and Dr. Tanya. So Dr. Cordie and Dr. Tanya, they are local doctors in Southern California, and thank you so much for your support. We will see you on Friday. Bye guys. Freedom
we
for all.
look forward to it. God bless you guys. Have a good one.